Hey guys, what's been happening? Welcome to my random Pokemon generator. Yeah, this is something I've been doing lately. You may have seen me using this in the early 3rd generation. This is part 3, and I love doing this. It sharpened my skills using random Pokemon internet decides to give me every day. It is quite a challenge, yet it's fun. It's fun putting up the strategies. What kind of team you get. You need to think about it, what you need to put on them to have a chance against standard stuff. And this is me challenging random Pokemon generator. What that means is I'm the only one using it, so my opponent can use whatever they want. They can use underuse, they can use overuse, everything exception of Ubers. So let's check it out. Let's check out what internet has decided to give me today. So let's check out Mandibuzz, Claydol, Crustle, Kingler, Grumpig, and Regice. Now I check out this team right here and I see a good defensive potential. I see a good core. Defensively speaking, I cannot play too offensively with this team, but I can definitely rapid spin and put up the rocks, so that is definitely a bonus. Definitely. I have 3 Pokemon being weak to rocks, being my Mandibuzz, my Crustle, and my Regice. So I feel like a rapid spinner is most needed. If you have more than 1 Pokemon being weak to stealth rocks, you need to have a rapid spinner. Wasn't a fan of rapid spinners, but if you do check out my pokes earlier, you may notice that I don't have too many Pokemon weak to stealth rocks, and that's why I don't really use a rapid spin. But in this case, I have 3 Pokemon being weak to stealth rocks, so even if there would have been 2 Pokemon being weak to stealth rocks, like I said, rapid spin is most needed after that. So Claydol is going to play our defensive core combined with Mandibuzz's specially defensive bulk. Now Mandibuzz's defensive bulk is better, but I feel like Claydol can do the defensive side better than Mandibuzz. In this case, Mandibuzz can do the specially defensive side, especially when you face like an Alakazam. Mandibuzz can shine in those cases. It can whirlwind away if they decide to sub, and so on and so forth. But yeah, this guy are gonna play a big core. Now Crustle is gonna be here to be a potential sweeper, which Shell Smash I'm gonna try to set up with him. Kingler is gonna run Scar because I feel like something needs to hit hard and be faster than majority of Pokemon, so we're gonna put Adamant to still outspeed those past the 361 speed Pokemons and Alakazam, for example. Grumpig is gonna use Heal Bell. Definitely feel like Grumpig needs to have Heal Bell just because Claydol and Mandibuzz are weak to one particular thing, and that is called Poison Toxic. So if I leave these 2 Pokemon being vulnerable to Toxic, then I have a big weakness in my hands. Grumpig is still gonna be my special attacker, but I feel like we can still leave that 1 move slot just to support other teammates. Regice have a hard time picking a moveset for Regice just because if I rely on Mandibuzz to put up the Toxic, then Regice's T-Wave is gonna be crippled. You know, sometimes you paralyze such pokes that you just want to Toxic around, and sometimes that can fuck you over. So in this case, we're just gonna use a fully offensive Regice. So here we go, this is gonna be a Balgan's Titan. Yeah, let's see how we're gonna work with this team we have here. And let's check out his team. I know he's gonna lead off with a Machamp, the Dynamic Punch Lumberry lead. Maybe it's one of those old 4th generation. Celebi can be a problem, Volcarona I need to put up the rocks. So I'm gonna lead off with Claydol. I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to gamble with a Dynamic Punch Confusion, yet gamble not hitting myself and putting up the rocks because they are most needed. He's got 2 Pokemon weak to it, and that's gonna do a lot of damage. Claydol doing some damage, always nice, even if it is like stealth rock damage. But anyways, we're gonna go to Mandibuzz. He did decide to switch out to Glade. Kind of weird how he didn't switch out straight to Volcarona, knowing that stealth rocks are kind of predictable. Then again, I was kind of thinking he's gonna Dynamic Punch, but he didn't. He's gonna Sword Dance, predicting me to switch out, and this is bad. I already lost my specially defensive core. I feel like specially defensive core isn't that needed in this case, but we will see. I'm gonna X-Scissor here, predicting him to switch out to Celebi, knowing that it is 4-time weak to it, and particular water move in this case is quite predictable, yet it's early in the game and that cost me 1 more Pokemon. So he already took 2 of my Pokemon down. My potential, my really needed Scarf Pokemon to outspeed others, but in this case we will just have to have to deal with this. We will have to do some shenanigans in order to have a chance. You know, he's winning this badly. Anyways, he's gonna close combat here. The reason I double switch here is just to force him into close combating me, and that's exactly what he did. Life Orb will kill him off, and this is exactly what I wanted. I feel like Crustle is still needed because it does have sturdy, and you know, I have that sturdy shell smash. I don't want to set up way too early. I still need to check. I feel like this Feraligatr may have Alka Jet, but he actually goes for Ice Punch. I was kind of expecting the Waterfall being his stab, and I believe Feraligatr gets Encourage, or is it called Share Force? With Waterfall, Dragon Dance, that is one potential threat, but I believe they both cannot go together. I don't know, let me know in the comments below. Whatever the case, he actually goes for Earthquake. Kind of gives me thinking maybe his only water move is Alka Jet. Maybe that's the reason he didn't go for it, because in total honesty, I don't have too many Pokemon that can take water moves. But I'm just gonna stay here against this. Yeah, the reason T-Bolt killed the Feraligatr is because this is fully offensive. Reggie has my modest one, and he's just gonna Fire Punch away. I was kind of predicting the Dynamic Punch. I don't wanna, you know, I guess I can go to Claydol, but I was feeling like, nah, we're just gonna stay in. Maybe he's gonna overpredict. He did overpredict with a Fire Punch, but as you can see, that killed me off anyways. I did put up the future side, predicting the switch, and he actually decided to go to his Thunderous. Now I'm just gonna Psycho Shock, hitting his physical side with a specially orientated move. And yeah, I feel like this is quite nice. I mean, I have Psycho Shot to kill, you know, to hit that physical side, yet future side to hit that specially defensive side. So that is some nice combination going on right there. Heal Bell didn't work in this case, but hey, you know, nothing on my team is poisoned or anything of that sort. I'm gonna go to my Claydol, predicting the good old T-Bolt so I can absorb it, being immune, kinda gambling on that future side, taking him down, but he just Dark Pulse, which is yet another move that does super effect hit my Grumpig. So I guess he didn't predict my switch to Claydol, he just goes for the move, and you know, in my case, Claydol and Grumpig are weak to Dark Pulse. So I'm gonna go to Crustle, and here is where I believe he switches out. Don't know why, but this is definitely not the time to switch out. I'm gonna go for Shell Smash. I still have Sturdy. I know I can take whatever Volcarona packs, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to get some powerful moves up, hoping his Machamp doesn't have priority, but he actually decided to switch out to this Celebi. X-Scissor is gonna easily take him down. I am adamant on top, 4-time weak to it. This is an overkill, and it's always nice to see Celebi being O-code by something, especially a Crustle. So in this case, he's gonna Fire Punch, kind of gives me thinking maybe he just doesn't have Dynamic Punch. At first I was thinking maybe he's got Guts ability. I don't know why he isn't using Dynamic Punch, but you know, that may just be. But he just decided to Bullet Punch next turn. Luckily for me, Crustle does have the bulk, survives it, and now Stealth Rocks are gonna take down with the Volcarona. So Crustle saved me the match. This is one amazing Pokemon. Shell Smash, this is my first time using Shell Smash, and I'm liking it. It is potentially dangerous. So this is gonna be game. A White Herb, I guess, was the reason I survived all those moves, but you know, that was a good game. Good game to my fellow opponent, Titan. His link will be located in the description. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. It's most motivating, keeps me going forward, and that's gonna be game for today. Until next time, take care.